With an established reputation for responding to the needs of the professional musician, KORG has led the music workstation field since its inception with a long line of outstanding products, such as the classic M1 and the world-renowned O1W and X Series. With the launch of the award-winning I-Series interactive music workstations, KORG pioneered a whole new concept in music making. And now KORG goes to the next level with the introduction of the i4S. The i4S is an instrument that can be used by everybody, from beginners to the pros. Whether you're a musician with minimum keyboard abilities looking to produce your own sequences for song demos, a songwriter looking for lots of ideas, or just a person who enjoys playing music as a hobby, you're gonna love the i4S. The i4S has all the power you've come to expect from a KORG music workstation. A completely programmable AI-squared synthesizer with 32-note polyphony and dynamic filtering, a 16-track standard MIDI file sequence player, general MIDI compatibility, integrated digital multi-effects, and a built-in floppy disk drive. Unique new features like arrangements and backing sequences give you the flexibility to tailor your music the way you want, quickly and intuitively. And with a great sounding built-in stereo sound system, you can use your i4S anywhere. The i4S has a powerful music database of 10,000 pre-programmed musical tracks, covering musical styles ranging from soft ballads and big bands to country, rap, and hard rock. This style data combined with the I-Series interactive music processing functions makes it easier than ever to create and perform music.
Hi, my name is Lance Abair, and I've been having a great time playing the KORG i4S Interactive Music Workstation. For the next few minutes, I'm going to show you what the i4S is all about and demonstrate how it can fit your musical needs. After years of working with all kinds of MIDI equipment, it's always been me doing the work. Now, the i4S saves me time and provides great musical inspiration. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to choose one of the 64 built-in arrangements, number 14, Top 40 Rock. I'll be selecting chords with my left hand and playing piano with my right. Also, watch in the i4S's display as my chord choices are shown. Here we go. How is it possible to create all this music so easily? The secret lies inside the i4S's music processor. Originally, synthesizers were controlled simply from the keyboard. This is similar to the i4S's program mode, where you can choose a sound and just start playing. Then, with the advent of the music workstation, the sounds could be controlled by recording to an internal sequencer, so you could create entire songs on a single machine. Now, with the I-Series interactive music processing function, your control of the music is expanded even further. There are two modes on the i4S that utilize interactive music processing: arrangement play and backing sequence. The arrangement play mode is for live performance of the i4S's interactive functions. The backing sequence mode allows you to record arrangement play performances and then add 8 regular sequencer tracks on top of it. All of the interactive work is done by the music processor. The music processor recognizes everything you do, from what chords you play to which buttons you press, and then adjusts style data to produce musical phrases. In arrangement play and backing sequence modes, you're using special groups of MIDI sequences called styles. I think it's very important to explain the difference between a style and an arrangement. A style is a collection of musically related MIDI sequences grouped together in a special way that enables the I4S music processor to perform a number of different functions. When I use the term musically related MIDI sequences, I'm talking about tracks containing bass parts, drum beats, guitar and keyboard parts, and so forth. These styles were created by some of the world's finest musicians, and they cover everything from polkas and country to rap, jazz, and even hard rock. The I4S contains 48 different styles with room for 4 more that can be loaded from KORG's IFD style disk library. This is an open-ended system with plenty of room to grow. At MIDI clinics throughout the United States, I'm constantly running into people who say that they have a difficult time programming drums or coming up with good bass lines, and so forth. Recording musicians who play other instruments often need some good basic keyboard parts to play along with. That's where the I4S comes in. Think of it as your own personal rhythm section that backs you up and feeds you great musical ideas. So much for styles. Now let's talk about arrangements. An arrangement uses all of the music from a style and gives you control over all the parameters essential to making it into a complete musical performance. These include the selection of the instruments, their levels, panning, and effects. One other important group of parameters is the track mutes, where you can choose whether or not certain style tracks will be heard. These mute settings can be stored in the arrangement or controlled in real time by pressing the mute button and pushing the A through F function keys. Let's check it out. One of the most important parts of a song's production is the drum sound. The I4S offers you an amazing amount of control, not only over just the sounds, but even over the drums that get played. With 164 drum and percussion sounds assigned to 8 drum kits, you've got quite a selection. The drum mapper gives you even further control, allowing you to take the drum tracks in the styles and change what parts the drummer is playing. You can change hi-hats into ride cymbals, snares into side sticks, and even add crash cymbals into your performance. The drum map settings for each variation in an arrangement can be stored so that when a new variation is selected, it automatically calls up the proper drum maps. You can even take control of the drum maps in real time by using the drum map button and the lower row of program selection buttons. Let me show you some examples. Each style contains 4 variations that you can use to add variety throughout the performance of a song. Listen to the way the intensity of variations 1 through 4 builds in one of the ballad arrangements. There are two different kinds of intros and endings. Intro 1 and ending 1 have built-in chord changes, so you simply play a chord, in this case a major chord, and the I4S takes care of the rest. Here's how it works. Playing a minor chord selects a completely different intro in a minor key. Intro 2 and ending 2 are designed so that you can play your own chords and get a variety of different intros and endings from the same sequence data. This time I'll do an ending. The fills on the I4S are very musical. You can press the fill button at different times and hear a wide variety of alternate musical phrases. This feature can really spice up your music. With all the different ways you can use the intros, endings, and fills, it's possible to play almost any song you know, and it's easy to find the appropriate intro and ending to any song you write. You can use the optional EC5 foot pedal to select any of the style elements or to cycle through them. You can even assign parameters like start, stop, and the track mutes to the EC5. The I4S recognizes virtually every possible chord. It's constantly switching between different chord variation sets as you play different chords. Because the music processor recognizes such a wide variety of chords and can select different chord variations for each one, it's possible when playing the style sequence data to add the kind of nuances live musicians typically do. Here's an interesting example. Listen to how the bass part changes to work with a diminished chord. All of this processing power is what allows the I4S styles to sound so dynamic and realistic. No matter what kinds of chords you play, the I4S will provide the correct harmonic backing. Here's another thing. Watching the chord analyzer in the display is a great way to learn about chords and harmony. There are three modes of chord scanning on the I4S that can be used for different performance situations. Chord scanning is the way the I4S analyzes what you play on the keyboard. The simplest scanning method is lower scanning. In this mode, playing a single note will be recognized as a major chord. You can also play 2-note, 3-note, or even complex chords, and the music processor will automatically analyze and display the proper chord. Upper scanning works only on the top half of the keyboard. It's good for when you want to play your own bass lines and use the arrangement tracks to play the drums and the chords. The I4S music processor has one final uncanny ability. It allows you to play over the entire range of the keyboard and follows harmonically wherever you go. You can just play, and the I4S takes care of the rest. This example takes full advantage of the I4S's amazing full chord scanning capabilities. Speaking of chord scanning, the I4S has an ensemble function that reads the chords you play with your left hand and automatically adds an appropriate harmony to the melody you play with your right. Listen to this. Synchro start-stop is really two features in one. At the beginning of a song, you can use it to start with a pickup. But even better is the ability to play phrases on the keyboard by pushing the Synchro start-stop button again after the arrangement is running. Setting chord hold to off is also good for playing riffs and breaks in the middle of a song. But unlike Synchro start-stop, the bass and accompaniment tracks stop playing when you take your hands off the keyboard. But the drums and the percussion keep going. The backing sequence mode is where you can use all the techniques you've learned in arrangement play to create your own songs. Recording a backing sequence is very easy and very fast. You can practice the song in arrangement play mode, then go to backing sequence mode, select the same arrangement, and immediately start recording. In this case, the I4S will record all my chord selections, any button pushes for choosing fills, changing variations, and so forth, as well as record the notes I play on the keyboard. At the end, I press stop. Press the start-stop button, and my backing sequence starts to play. There are also 8 extra tracks that are identical to regular MIDI sequencer tracks and are not affected by the music processor. This means that you can not only record these tracks in real time, but you can also edit the data in an event editor, just like you do with powerful computer sequencing software. The backing sequence mode makes it fast and easy to record professional quality song demos. By the way, your backing sequences can be converted into standard MIDI files that can be loaded into other sequencers or computers for more extensive editing, or in case you might want to print out musical notation. Another exciting feature in the I4S is the song play mode, where the I4S can actually read and play a standard MIDI file sequence directly from the disk without having to first load it into memory. The I4S can also chain play sequences. For instance, you could save an entire set of music onto the disk and have the songs automatically play back in order. The I4S is MIDI compatible, so it can be connected to your personal computer and MIDI software or an external MIDI sequencer. In song play mode, the I4S becomes a powerful 16-channel multi-timbral instrument. I'm sure you've noticed the incredible sound quality of the I4S. There's a reason for this. The I4S programs come directly from the sound libraries of the award-winning KORG i4S and X series workstations. There are no compromises made when it comes to sounds. The I-Series is General MIDI compatible and supports standard MIDI files as well, so you can take advantage of the large libraries of third-party sequences. On top of that, the I4S will read programs directly from disks created on KORG's X series music workstations. Also, don't forget the ever-growing library of KORG IFD style disks. KORG and third-party companies are hard at work preparing the release of new style disks to expand the I4S's musical variety into the future. Well, I think you can see why I'm so excited about the new KORG i4S. For live performance applications, the i4S is unsurpassed at giving you total control over your music. And the power of the interactive music processor makes it easier than ever to make high-quality song demos. You've heard what this wonderful instrument can do. Your KORG dealer now has the i4S up and running for your own test drive. I think you'll agree that the i4S is a wonderful tool for the creative musician, and it represents what a music workstation should be. Now, before I go, take a listen to some music and arrangements from KORG's IFD style disc library. And remember, all the music that you've been listening to in this video was produced with a single i4S.